Okay, okay. So I just wanted to begin by asking. So how many of you all have ever had pet or something? I mean, except for Shilpa, ma'am, I think she had cat. She has cats. Other than that, does anybody had pet? Wants to have a
I
pet?
had a
Can't have
dog
a pet
also.
for whatever reason?
I had a dog also.
Okay, okay, nice. Anybody else? Or parakeet? Okay, nice. So nobody else then.
No.
Okay. Good. So, but then I will yet stop. So basically, my presentation is about not only for the ones who like pets, but also for the ones who maybe want to have a pet or, just in general for all about pets. Yeah. So, I mean, majorly, why do we love pets? That's what I'll begin with. So, dogs make us laugh, or any kind of pet, they make us laugh. So, whether, I mean, if it's your own dog, or if you see any image on social media, all these viral videos, they are just so funny. I mean, that's one reason why people just like pets. I mean, if you, even if so, like you said, parakeet. I remember I had a parakeet once, and it used to talk like, it used to say these few words, and it was so funny because whenever someone used to come and come to sell something, he would start imitating the other person, and his name was Rocky. And if this guy used to come and used to say, kela le lo, it used to say kela, kela, kela continuously. I mean, these things are so funny, and animals in general can be very funny. So that is one reason why we all like, pets. So second is they comfort us, when we are like when we are very sad. So this is also a proven thing wherein a lot of soldier camps and the PTSD guys, like the post traumatic people, they have these visitings done from dogs, or cats. So basically they help, help people forget those things, so they can be very good comforters for everybody. Second thing is they listen to our problems. So obviously it's like you go and tell whatever happened about your day to a dog, your secrets are going to be with you. They're never going to spill out the beans. So that is one way where they are like your person who you can trust, because obviously they cannot be opening up with anybody else. And moreover, they will not judge you for what it is. So that's the major thing. So they teach us to be more humane. So now that is very very important, because they literally forgive you for everything. They'd never hold a grudge. So if you maybe just shout at a dog today or your pet today, they're not going to come back tomorrow and be angry at you or something. Because they just forget about it, and that's how it is. So I remember there's this quote which I had read of Mark Twain. He said, if you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. But this is the principal difference between a man and a dog. So this really really makes so much sense. This quote actually puts in so much you know importance to what pets are like. So dogs, they keep us happy and healthy. Happy obviously because they give you this positive feeling, and all of that, but also they increase your activity. So eventually, coming home to a dog or a pet helps you reduce stress, and walking a dog can again keep you healthy. So the next thing is they love us more than they love themselves. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you have ever had a pet, you would understand that. I mean, if you've not had a pet, you would have seen millions of videos of how dogs have, or any animal has taken care of their. I mean, so many movies are made, which show, the kind of affection that they have for humans, apart from the kind of violence that we actually do or show to them. So, these are the reasons why we probably love pets so much. So the next thing is, okay. Also, I've tried and used images and videos of my real dogs and pets in this presentation. So this is one of them. This dog's called Coco, and he's very cute. So I was gonna say about us, why should we own a pet? I mean, a lot of us would think, it's basically a source of exercise. So whenever you have a dog, you can always go for a walk. They will urge you to go for a walk. We all have days when we are very very tired and all of that, but when you have a dog, you just come home and you sit. The kind of, they'll make you want to go out. So that is like a major major push to you to actually go and do some activity. Go and at least take a walk, which is important. So they'll help you control blood pressure. Now I have a real example for this. So when we were in lockdown, my dad, I mean, we were doing literally nothing, and So my dad had started, his blood pressure started rising, because he was having no activity. He started only sitting and, only eating and all of that. So then, fortunately, during the lockdown in June or July, I just adopted these 5 dogs. I didn't have an option actually. I had to take them all home. So I got them all home, and they were too small. They were just like a month old, and because of those 5 little dogs at my home, everyone in my family, like me, my dad, my brother, we all were just so active. Everybody was picking up their litter, everybody was asking them, playing with them, being with them, and I noticed this, that my dad's blood pressure had just directly dropped in like a 15-day span of time, only because it helped him get back into the activity. So basically, he was not one who could stay at home and not do anything, but then the dogs coming in at home during the lockdown was a big help. And third thing is, they are, you know it helps improve your social skills. So it is said that people who keep pets are said to be good in their social relations. So basically, kids who grow up with pets, they are more respectful, they're more respectful, towards their living things. They start understanding that even things like even animals have emotions. So that is how they become, that's how your social skills improve. So they help fight allergies. Now this is one thing which not everybody knows of. So when you are as a child and you start interacting with animals or dogs, the allergies, your body starts to get the resistance in you, and you start automatically fighting those allergies. So and in terms of not only dog allergies, but any kind of other allergies that they carry around. So that is one reason why you should have pets. They elevate your mood. Now this is a common thing. You can cuddle with them, play with them. They just always keep you happy. So they provide unconditional love and friendship. Again, we all know that point. Yeah. So now there is this video which I wanted everybody to see. So this video basically, whenever I see, gets me all a little emotional type. But I think everyone should watch this video once. One second. Let me know if you all can't hear me, yeah, or you can't hear the video.
He couldn't stand or walk, but he'd have a little tail wag, and it said to us that he was going to try. We received a call that there was a dog found by the gutter. On first sight, you wouldn't even have thought that he was still living. I just couldn't believe that we were able to get there in time, because this dog didn't have much time left. He had minutes. We brought him to an emergency animal hospital. He only weighed 15 pounds. He should have weighed another 20 or 30 pounds for that. 3 days after he was released to one of our extremely experienced fosters.
The first 24 hours, he was very weak, droopy ears, droopy tail, just a really sad-looking puppy. By day 3 and 4, he was wagging his tail. His ears were a bit perkier.
Good boy.
By the end of the first week, he was able to stand on his own, walking a little bit.
Oh, can you help him, honey? So he doesn't fall over. Come on. You got it.
The second week, as he's building up a little bit more energy, he wanted to play.
Good boy.
We have a really large Rottweiler who he was just excited to get out of this crate to engage with. By the third week, it's getting him out on actual walks. He kind of went from going 2-3 feet on his own to being able to go down to the end of the street to around the block, and eventually keeping up with our older dog. I realized that I no longer had a sick weekly puppy.
Who's hungry?
I had a really active puppy.
Yeah, go to your room. Go to your room.
His coat was looking better. The fur was coming in. He's just a perfect example of the puppy that wants to live. Not just a physical change, but also that emotional change. 5 or 6 was when I approached Megan about adopting him.
Him works at the tattoo shop that I go to. She brought him in to just see it as his face that he just needed a loving home, and just had me hooked ever since then. He was all up on the couch, all on the bed. He just fit in so well. He knew that was going to be his home. My husband and I, we have 2 other dogs. I think it's really good for him because they just romp around and play all the time. It's absolutely amazing seeing his transformation. Doesn't even look like he's the same dog. His ability to love. I think that that's the most admirable thing about him because he was treated so poorly, but yet all he wants is to give love. And that's the best part about him.
He couldn't stand or walk, but
Okay, so that is the video. Basically, how stray dogs are, and how they can actually transform, and all you need is just to show them some love, you know. So my experiences with pets. So these I would say are the pets which I got in July during the lockdown. So actually, there's this dog, a local community dog, that we all in the building used to pet. So she gave birth to these kids, and that was during the Nisarga thing that happened in Mumbai. They were saying, they're going to be some cyclone effect and all of that. So it's very bad weather outside, and she'd given birth to them. And I mean, we had to take them in. They were just so small, and this was, I think, when they were a month old. There were 5 of them, and one is whiskey. The black one is whiskey. The center one is brandy. That's Milo, and the 2 other ones I didn't name because then they got adopted very soon. So yeah. So basically, I've had a lot of experiences with pets. So this started with my dad fostering them. So we never had a pet wherein we had to keep them forever. We started being foster parents kind of thing, wherein we adopted dogs who did not have families until they could find a family. So that's at least, I mean, because we couldn't probably have a dog for all the time because everybody's working at home and all of that, but you can do something that could help them maybe for at least a month, but it gives them a life that they could actually have at least till somebody else fosters them. So luckily all of them have got adopted right now. So most of them have gone with my friends, some of my friends and all of them. So I mean, that's how it was. So these are like my pets which I had in recent times. So this is about setting an example. So I really got inspired by Ratan Tata because I read a lot about him. I follow him on Instagram, and his complete Instagram is filled with completely about dogs. How he watches these racer dog movies, and how keeps sending out shout outs for adoptions, for a lot of dogs. So recently I remember he putting out a shout out for an paralyzed dog which did not have its 2 legs functioning on the back, but then he approached people in order to adopt him. So this dog over here, that image, it's of Goa. He named the dog Goa. So the story goes how it is that one of the senior executive of Tata was traveling from Goa, and this little dog was a little puppy then, and he entered the executive's car and he refused to get down. So ever since then, he's been in the Bombay house, the Tata's headquarters in Bombay, where Ratan Tata himself is there. And now Goa has his own kennel at the Bombay house. So it is said, and that is the reason why he's named Goa, because he traveled the journey from Goa to Bombay. And apparently he's one of his most favorite dogs. So he has a whole couch in the whole office of his own name. So he can sleep in the whole office, he can roam in the whole office, and that's how it is. So I mean, yeah, I mean, even he has that kind of an affection, and how much he does for the dogs. So if I'm not wrong, I remember that near the Bombay house, if you see all those dogs in the area have belts. They are all giving food at the time. They all know where to go for food in the whole complete area. So this is something like setting an example. Like you can, no matter how rich you are, how poor you are, always you can do a bit for the animals. At least around the, I mean, you can't pet them, but at least have them who are around you. So there are millions of stray dogs, who live on the street. You can't help all of them. So you can just take care of the dogs in your locality and treat them well. So this is how you can pet help a stray dog. First thing is you can find a community dog around you. So for example, I just recently shifted right now, and the first thing that we did was finding all the dogs and the cats that are in our area. So in our area right now we have like 3 cats, and we kind of, you just need to know who they are. So just first thing is find out who those dogs are, and find out the people who are around you, who are probably like-minded, who would probably don't take care of them, but at least not hurt them. That is important. Second thing will be arrange food and shelter. Now, food is not something which is expensive. Nobody's asking us to go then buy a pedigree box and give it to them. But all you can do is maybe boil some rice. We all have some chicken stews, just boil those things and give it to them. Give them some water maybe when it's hot. This is what you can do. Arrange, and some shelter is not about giving them a kennel, but even a cardboard box with a cloth inside is more than enough for them to survive the cold. Get vaccination and all the medical care. So basically, I mean, this can be a little expensive, but there are a lot of local authorities right now who, if you approach, if they are street dogs, they come and sterilize them in order, and all you have to just say is that you can take care of them otherwise. Maybe not at your home, but in your regular area. So this also can be done free of cost if you actually go and approach the right people. So dealing with the unfriendly neighbors, again, you'll find a lot of neighbors who are probably, saying they don't want to and all of that, but we need to remember that forcefully relocating or harming any stray dogs is punishable by law. So in case cases get, I mean, if things go to extreme, and you can always get in touch with your local police. It's very important to understand that stray dogs are, as well as, should be treated the right way, as good as the normal Labradogs or the rich huskies that people want to have. It's just the same. Helping a puppy litter. So basically, we see a lot of times, these cats and dogs give birth on the road, and they are just left like that way. So all you can do is, we are not supposed to pick up those little dogs because they are supposed to be with their mothers for at least a month. Only then they will have the right nourishment. However, the thing that we can do is provide them the food and water for the mother over there, because when she's just given birth, she needs a lot of nutrition in order to take care of all the puppies. So this is what we can do if we find a puppy litter, and later on, maybe after a month, you can adopt them and maybe just foster them to different people. And you can just, I mean, Instagram's there. Everybody can just put it on Instagram and find families for them. Dealing with your lost or abandoned dogs. So lost and abandoned are the unfortunate ones, and they end up becoming stray dogs in the population later on. So you can usually identify them by their collars, or by, if probably they have a collar, which means they've already been petted, and also by their behavior. So if it's a dog which has already been pet, it would know how to behave. It would know how to, respond to humans. It'll understand commands. So these are the things which will help you recognize which is a stray dog or which is the one which has been, abandoned or something like that. So the abandoned dogs are much, much easier to, take in at home and, help them. And the last thing would be identifying dogs which are incapable of surviving. So like we seen in the video, there might be many dogs who probably aren't able to walk or have these skin issues. But I mean, it's nothing to worry about as humans if we make sure that we take care of our own, if we wash our hands and if we do the right things, nothing's going to affect us in that terms. So first thing is we need to identify them. If they really can't do it, connect with the local vets or, authorities and all of those places. For the same, these are a lot of, in area-wise numbers and contacts, which will actually help. I mean, if you all can note and keep these can help. So be it, and I'm not saying only dogs or cats, it can be any. So there are birds, a lot of birds in Makar Sankranti. When it comes, they get tied up with the manjas and all of that. They get hurt. You can always approach the fire brigade for help. You can always, keep them, and, you can just do a little bit, like give them food. You can just keep a bowl of water and some food, which is just raw rice or jawari or something like that. It's just going to help them. You can, sometimes we waste these chapatis at home, nobody's eating, or the extra ripe bananas. I mean, instead of throwing them inside the dustbin, we can go and give it to the cows outside. You see a lot of cows, in Mumbai, outside these, holy places. They're considered to be holy, but not everybody takes care of them in the right way. If you see, a lot of cows are malnourished in a way which they shouldn't have been, because their diet intake is a lot, but then the owners of them are really not bothered. All they care about is that money that they earn from them. So we can just go and give those ripe bananas, overripe bananas, chapatis, all of these things to them instead of putting it inside the dustbin. And then dogs and cats, as always, you can. Birds, something which you can. The whole point about today's thing was, let us do our bit that we can do for these humans, because they do not have the ability to talk and express what they feel. but they do have the ability to understand what we feel and respect us as humans more than what other humans can. So this is what my whole presentation was about, like how to take care of dogs and stray dogs. So I just have this little video which I made of, this is, one second. So this video is of my own dog, and just watch it. So yeah, that is all I had. I mean, those were my pets, and I tried to incorporate all the, I mean, the videos which I could of my own dogs and pets. So that is about it. Yeah. So if anybody has anything to add or say about their pets, or what they've had experiences with their pets, or what they learned from their pets, I mean, we'd be glad to know.
I do have one, two incident to share. So one of my friend's mother, she was very cat friendly, and she wouldn't keep the cats as a pet, but she would keep them. I mean, the cats would come and go in the house. Okay. So one day the mother was sleeping, my friend's mother, and the cat is coming and skipping a dead mouse next to her pillow. Guess why? Because the cat was so much in love that she loved the mother so much that she thought that I should get the food for her. Obviously the cat doesn't realize that we don't eat the same food, but then that is a kind of a gesture which, like, they feel the responsible in getting the food, like which is like, which they must have, like, close to them, like, they love the mouse, to eat mouse. Okay, but still getting and keeping to a near a human, that this is for you. That shows the kind of gratitude what they have.
Very true. Sure, sir. One second.
I mean, I have this one dog in my building. 2 years back, it was raining very heavily, and he ended up, coming to our building. And obviously, because I saw him, he was hungry and he was cold and everything. So he just like right outside my house near my door, he was sitting there, and then obviously I gave him the milk and everything. Till today, I mean, the moment he sees me, he just starts wagging his tail. He's still on a building now. A lot of people give him biscuits and milk, and sometimes even I do. But then now he's become like, he still remembers that, this is the person who has like given me milk when I was hungry and everything. And he will just come running to me and start playing with me, wag his tail. So, I mean, there was like 2.5 years ago, but that they never forget. Anybody else has any? I mean, what about you? No, no, you say it. My God. My God. It's like having a child. You have to be responsible towards it. Yeah. So my daughter has three cats, and I look forward to go to her house not to meet my daughter, but to their three cats more than to meet my daughter. Anybody has any kind of experience with pets? Anybody had pets at ever?
The same happens with me also, sir. I'm saying the same happens with me. So every day morning I put for the sparrows. The very few sparrows come, but then they keep coming every day morning, and they eat these little rice thing. So if you don't put in the morning now, they'll start chopping continuously in gang. So which means that you have to go get up and put for them and then come back and sleep. So they literally kill you.
ऐसा कुछ खास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है सर, बट अभी जहाँ पे हम रह रहे हैं ना, तो लाइक मेरे बिल्डिंग के बीच बाजू में स्कूल है, एंड स्कूल एंड मेरे बिल्डिंग के बीच में मतलब कबूतर एंड क्रोज मतलब ऑल टाइम रहते ही है। तो मतलब हमें नॉर्मली रेशनिंग में मिलता है कुछ गेहूं ज्वारी वो सब मिलता है, तो नॉर्मली वो हम कबूतर्स के लिए डालते रहते हैं। एंड मंथ में कितनी किलो जाता है? 8 kg मंथली, 8 kg मंथली जाता है उसमें, सिर्फ कबूतर। मतलब वहां पे मतलब बहुत ज्यादा है, मतलब तो उतना तो जाता ही है, तो एटलीस्ट उतना चालू रहता है। एंड पुराने घर पे एक डॉग था, रॉकी नाम था। तो मतलब अभी भी अगर हम जाते हैं वहां पे, तो लाइक ही रिकॉग्नाइज, लाइक मैं तो 3 साल बाद गया था, फिर भी वो रिकॉग्नाइज कर लेता है अभी भी। तो पहले डैड पूरा देखते थे, अभी यहाँ पे अलाउड नहीं है, तो फिर डैड ने नेबर्स को बोला है उसका केयर लेने के लिए, तो अभी बोल लेते हैं।
Lot of good story here. So, yeah, in my in-laws' house and in my own parents' house, there are three dogs. Both of them have three dogs there. So yeah, we are a pet lovers, but as such, in Mumbai we don't have any pet. But then all the stray dogs and crows, you have seen, all of you have heard the crows, cawing all the day. So there are two crows that come to our house and they will not eat from anyone except me, and they will keep moving to the room I move, and they will not eat bread or anything. They will only have papaya, and that also from given in the hand. I actually put it in my hand, keep it in my hand. They take it from my hand. So this is the crow story. Now, pets. Being a runner, you go alone in the streets, and there are street dogs. So what is first time when I go, and if the street dog chases me, next day I go on the same street with the cheese. So and I feed them with cheese. So that way I have BKC with three dogs, Eastern Express two. Powai we have four. There's a gang where we all stand. So there are four dogs. So when उनको पता रहता है कि इसके पास cheese रहेगा, and I will generally feed them with cheese. So that's the pet story. Though no pet at home.
Ishan, what about you?
No real pet story, ma'am, to be honest. I haven't really experienced anything as a pet with this. But I've always been very fond of dogs, and my parents are never allowed. So I should have made them listen to this conversation and then tried something.
The reason I was asking you, you must have in the childhood, you must be asking for a dog and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah. I
right?
was very obsessed with dogs, and I really liked having that, like all that we spoke about right now, just having that a companion. And when I used to go to my friend's house, they all used to have, like, some of them used to have dogs, and I used to always tell my mother, "Can we also get one?" But she never really agreed. But it's okay.
So I stayed in last 2 years ago. I stayed in May 2019. I was staying in Ahmedabad for 2 months. I was doing a project there, a marketing project, and I was staying right opposite. There is a play. There is a college called Atira. I mean, I forgot the name. Association something. So they used to open. There a lot of peacocks and lot of birds used to come. So the residents of, because in Ahmedabad it's very hot in April and May. So they would like get the gallons and gallons of water and fill up entire, the ground, different pots and everything for the birds and everything. It's a lot of flora and fauna. A lot of birds used to come there. And peacocks, yeah, like there must be like, I must have seen at one time, I must have seen at least 15 to 20 peacocks. So like, but then they used to like get the water like from that locality, and that was like their job every day. Water in the morning, got the water in the evening, and keep everything filled. But also it gets evaporated in the entire. It's so hot, so then again they put it in the evening. Yes, we can see him. I said hi.
Hi, hi.
Yes, man.
Venkat, I lived 100 meters from Rani Bagh. So the zoo was my playground for pets as a kid. So, on vacations and all, we used to go and feed the elephants bread and all sorts of things. We knew the mahout and used to watch them take a bath. I had a dog for 15 years. I had a fish tank, I had parrots, and in season we also kept snails. So, so there are a lot of wildlife in my house because I used to live on the ground floor. So, but after 16 years, my dog passed away because of age. And after that, I've decided I'll not keep a pet again. So, no, because of the suffering and so it's very hard to see an animal that's close to you pass away. So, so I've decided that even my daughter was asking for a pet. It's difficult when the pet gets very old. It's not easy, and because they for 16 years a long time to be with the pet, you get emotional, you get attached. So you have to really take care of the pet. I would say, it's like a family member. So that's my experience of.
Anybody can, if you want to see, there is a movie called Me and Marley. A beautiful movie about a relationship between a man and a dog.
My
Amazing.
dog's name was Lassie, by the way, and Lassie. There's a movie called Lassie Come Home. If you get a chance to see that movie, it's a very old movie, and the story goes. That's right.
There's also another good one called Togo or something like that. I think
Yeah.
Togo. Yeah,
Coco is there.
Togo.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Hachiko is also there. It is a true story, I think.
Pardon me?
The sunset. Yes.
Yeah,
Good
that's
one.
the story about this dog called Kani or something from Shivaji Park.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. We used to
I
run
ran
on
the dog.
the Mara route.
And if you notice the dogs on Marine Drive, all of them are tagged with dog tags. Yeah. So they all have a license and all that, and someone takes care of them.
For Marine Drive, you can also go to the police station. Those are the guys who actually take care of them. So if you go to them and you tell them about any new dog, they are ready to adopt also.
Not just dogs, also horses. Also, like there are a lot of people like horses, and horses also sense it. Okay, they will really come to you, and they will also let you sit. But depends upon what kind of vibe you have.
I remember when we were small, they used to get these elephants and bear. They used to tie the bear also, and they used to have a leash to it, and they used to get at our homes. I don't know. I mean, I was very small. I didn't remember itself. They had this thing, and they used to collect money. They used to dance and used to show you, like they used to get monkeys the same way.
What is it? Can you share in short? What's the name of the movie you said again? Dominion. Okay. So my daughter. No, I said already.
No, sir. So my cousin has two dogs. It's just बाजू में ही रहता है. And one is a Labrador. So he found him somewhere. वो adopt किया उसको रोड पे मिला कोई तो छोड़ दिया because he had a problem with his rear legs दोनों में. They were not walking. They were not strong. तो उसने वो adopt कर लिया. And he's there for past 8 9 years. The dog is still there, and whenever I go to his house, he recognizes me, and को हमेशा फिर एक राउंड के लिए लेके जाना पड़ता है मुझे हमेशा. And he's a sweet lover, he's a sweet tooth. तो उसको जो भी मिठाई रहेगा घर में he has to be given.
The sweets are good for dogs, you know that, right?
Yeah, but उसको लगता ही है तो एटलीस्ट एक पेड़ा तो देता ही है. लाइक मेरा भाई इधर नहीं रहता है. he's in a merchant navy, तो मोस्टली तो बाहर रहता है. तो whatever जो भी पड़ता है my बुआ take cares of him everything. And he's now around 8 9 years old now. So he's quite old. The second one he had was a Rottweiler. So in fact, the current one is the second Rottweiler which he owns, and the first one was very very quiet and this thing, but the new one is very aggressive. So कोई भी नया चेहरा देखेगा तो he immediately barks and get upon him. So that's the thing. And my mom doesn't love dogs, so she's mostly afraid. So इसके घर में pet नहीं ला सकता है. That's it. And another thing is my dad had a rabbit, white furred and red eyed, during his childhood. So because of some accident, he died. घर में ही कुछ उसके ऊपर गिरा and he died. So from there he decided कि no pets in the house, no animals in the house at all.
Yeah, it is painful to lose a pet,
Yes, yes,
very painful.
yes. So that's the reason I don't have any pet. I wanted to have a dog at least in my house, but no, I cannot have for a couple of reasons.
We have three cats here at home, but they are street cats. So whenever my mom comes from college, they enter our house and they stay over here whole day, and at the night they again leave.
Yeah, that's nice.
And we have means 5 kgs cat food every month we have to buy for them.
Oh, that's nice.
Which one?
Marathon.
What's the name? What's the name?
No.
No.
Venkat is the same one where people have got lost and all that. Okay.
$250.
So what's her name? There are actually too many things. Let me see what is relevant. I'll post that much in the group.
Oh,
That record has been broken now by wretched Moroccan girl in 2019.
Slightly before my teenage years, I developed a problem. I was in and out of hospital, 17 operations. I was told I wouldn't walk again properly, let alone be able to do sporting activities, especially things like running. I was going to be registered disabled at one point because it looked so hopeless. That was an incredibly challenging time. definitely know what it's like to suffer myself, so I can relate to it with other beings, whether they be human or not.
It's not going to be easy. When you've been told you're not going to walk again, to be out there doing that, that's never going to be easy. And this is the one race that you have to pay insurance for repatriation if you die.
This is not a homogenised race that's constructed in order to make it nice.
It's scary, you know, you walk in there and you see people, you don't know if they're dead or alive.
I am trying to do something positive with my running. I'm not just out eyeing up a trophy or thinking I need to get my time down. I am doing this with a reason, and it isn't any of those things.
Yeah, if you can share, I'll watch that.
Yes, yes, we can. Thank you, Radhika, for a lovely topic and presentation. Really appreciate it. Really, it was good, like, I mean, if we just spoke about the animal and I'm feeling fresh. Thank you, Radhika.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
you.
thanks. Thank you.
Radhika.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.